Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry.
This is Blessed of All, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Blessed of Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Blessed of Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant.
Blessed of Ball.
Cherish the opportunities that you have.
Blessed of Ball.
Use your mentality to master the craft.
Blessed of Ball.
Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play.
Blessed of Ball.
Cherish the opportunities that you have.
Blessed of Ball.
Use your mentality to master the craft.
Blessed of Ball.
Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it, and my name is Strategic.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Lunch and Learn. My name is Coach Carvel Bailey, and if this is your first time with us, learning with us, I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome to the show, right? And I also want to say, let me know where you're learning from. Let me know what city and state you're learning from today, because I always like to know how far our reach is going throughout the world, right, with this education. So today, let's talk about, what will make your athlete be the one, right? Everybody wants to be the one. Everybody wants to be the man. Everybody wants to be the woman, right? Everybody wants to be the one that the coaches need, that coaches count on, depend on. So is your athlete that person that a coach may want or that a coach may need, right? What will go from a coach saying, I will be okay, probably, if I put Carvel Bailey on the team, as opposed to a coach saying, I'd be a damn fool if I didn't put Carvel Bailey on the team. Does that make sense? So what I want to give you today, I just want to give you three things that's not always talked about, that's not always discussed when we're talking about what would help your athlete be the one, right? What would help them be that particular person? Now, a lot of people just think, hey, if you can score, that's going to make you the one. If you can shoot the ball, that's going to make you the one. Well, that's not always going to make you the one, because there are a lot of people that physically can shoot the ball, physically can score the ball, but they may not be the person that a coach feels that they need. Right? It's a thing. Are you needed or are you wanted? And these are three things that I want to give you today that will make sure that your athlete is needed, right? These are internal qualities that an athlete is needed. As a coach, I can talk to an athlete, right? I got my IG over here, I got my YouTube, and I got my Facebook over here, right? As well as my podcast. Now, I can motivate athletes, right? Motivation is external. But what happens when I'm gone? What happens when the coach is gone? Now there's not that extrinsic motivation, right? What athletes need to be able to be the one that coaches need, there has to be some intrinsic inspiration. So there's a difference. You got the extrinsic motivation. Yeah, I can get you going, but then it's the intrinsic inspiration, right? What inspires you to keep doing what you're doing when nobody is paying attention, when nobody is looking? So these three things that I want to give to you today are just those, right? The first thing that I want for your athlete to understand, right, is your athlete committed? Now, we're going to start right off the top, right? This is a big one, because a lot of athletes today are not committed. They're not committed to the process. Again, Joel Embiid made that sound great. Trust the process. But not a lot of athletes can't trust the process because they're not committed to the process. They can't commit themselves to a season, to a coach, commit themselves to working out, to eating right, to taking care of their mind, taking care of their body, taking care of their grades. There's too many distractions. So that hinders the commitment. And so no coach wants an athlete that's not going to be committed, because ultimately the coach is the one that suffers if the athletes aren't committed. The coach is the one that gets fired when the athlete is not committed. So is your athlete committed to what they're doing and how they're doing it and when they have to do it? That's the first thing that's going to set your athlete apart from being wanted as opposed to being needed. Everybody may want somebody to have them, but not a lot of people pay attention to what's needed. A lot of athletes, right, we go transfer portal. Again, as a college coach, I understood those athletes that were big time in me because they wanted Coach K to call them. They wanted Coach Calipari to call them. They wanted to go where they wanted to go, but they didn't necessarily want to go where they were needed. Does that make sense? So is your athlete committed to themselves, to the organization, to the mission, to the goal? That's why we see so many people just bouncing around from team to team, program to program. They're not committed. So somebody may want them, but they're not necessarily needed. So the first thing is committed, right? Real fast. First thing is committed. The second thing is resourceful. Is your athlete resourceful? So understand what I'm saying about resourcefulness. Is your athlete resourceful enough to take those things that they have and create something from it? See, everybody don't have a basketball rim in their backyard. Everybody doesn't have a gym that they can go to with air conditioning, right? These are air conditioned babies now. When I grew up, we had to go to the park. And I know basketball is, well, let me say this. Basketball is not different. It's just a different era. We played outside when it was hot, and we appreciated going to the gym. Athletes now, right, they just want to play in the gym. They don't understand it's one thing about playing on a blacktop, but it's another thing about playing in conditions where you have to be resourceful. In my neighborhood where I grew up, our full court, right, and I created this full court because I'm like, man, we want to play full court. We don't want to walk all the way to the other court that's about a mile and a half away. We got 4 rims here. Well, let's see how we can make this full court out of 2 half courts that's close to one another. And we created a full court. That's being resourceful. Is your athlete resourceful to still be able to manage and take care of the things that they need to take care of, even if they don't have the resources? Everybody may not have the resources, but everybody can be resourceful. So if your athlete is resourceful, that would make them needed. Right? Can they make lemonade out of lemons? And if they can make lemonade out of lemons, right, imagine if they had a lemon tree, what they could produce. Those people that are resourceful, they're producers. Those individuals that's not resourceful are oftentimes excuse makers. So the first thing real quick, is your athlete committed? Can your athlete be committed? The second thing is your athlete resourceful? And now here's the third thing, right? And this is a big one. Is your athlete hungry? Is your athlete hungry? Do they want to be the person that's needed by a team, by a coach, by an organization, by a city, state, town, business, people? Are they hungry? And hungry people do things a different type of way because they know that they're hungry, and so it's on them to be able to eat. Does that make sense? Right? It's on them to be hungry, or it's on them to put in the work to take action, because if they don't eat. Now let me get you to understand this. Being hungry and being thirsty are two totally different things. Being hungry and being thirsty are two totally different things. A lot of coaches may not want people that's thirsty, because if you're thirsty, right, that means that you may do some things that are unwarranted to get what you want. Those people that are thirsty a lot of times can't really be trusted, because their best interest is themselves, first and foremost. First and foremost, those thirsty people will do anything to get ahead. And a lot of times they can't be trusted. But those hungry people, right, they understand, right, they're going to put in work. Thirsty people may cut you out. They'll push that person down the stairs, right? They'll kick the person that's already hobbling. Have you ever seen a lion hunt when they're hungry? If you do your research, the lion is not going to necessarily kill a wounded cheetah, jaguar, gazelle. They're not going to necessarily kill that injured one that's already limping. They're hunting because they're hungry. So they're going after the mission. See, somebody that's thirsty may do you wrong, may do you dirty. Those people that are thirsty aren't committed. Those people that are thirsty are not resourceful. But those people that are hungry are both resourceful as well as committed. And so if your athlete has these attributes to where they can be committed 100%, to where they can be resourceful, and where they can be hungry, they'll eventually become somebody that's needed by someone. They'll eventually be somebody that's needed by someone, and not just somebody that's wanted. Because guess what happens? Oh, I want you, but then I want somebody else. That's why we get a lot of programs and athletes like, well, they told me that they wanted me. Well, that's like fool's gold. They saw a shiny object. That's the shiny object syndrome. So they saw a shiny object and they wanted it. For those people that have kids, when the last time you took your kids out to the store and they see something, ooh, I want this. And then they see something else, ooh, I want this. Ooh, see something else, ooh, I want this. But that person that needs something, they know what they're looking for. And none of those wants trump that need. Your athletes need to be needed. Get your athletes to be needed. And you do that by helping them, one, understand the psychology of this game called basketball. And then helping them understand how that then relates to them as people, as individuals. How does this little orange ball in this little game help to maintain and manufacture and mold minds, thoughts, to then help you with action? That's what's needed in the game today. But maybe you want your athlete to be wanted. Maybe you just want your athlete to be like coaches talk about them, right? Ooh, I want this kid. Ooh, I want this kid. But it's those coaches, those programs, those opportunities in which somebody says they need you. Because without you, they don't reach the goal. Without your athlete, they don't reach the goal. They may reach it with a lot of different wants, but that doesn't last long. Sustainability is from those things and those people that's needed. So I just wanted to drop this on y'all today. And this is what we do on Who's Mastery, right? We teach athletes the psychology of basketball to be able to help them in their recruitment, their IQ, their exposure, as well as their recruitment, right? Confidence, IQ, exposure, recruitment. And so if you haven't had a chance to check out my free case study video, go check that out at BeTheRightRecruit.com. BeTheRightRecruit.com. And if you're in Chicagoland, right, on April 8th and April 9th, we're having a basketball symposium of sorts. April the 8th, we're having a coaching clinic. And April the 9th, we're having a basketball boot camp for athletes as well as parents. The parents can get involved and come and get the education that they need, as well as watch their athlete, right, really, really get the type of workout, experience, and exposure that they need to be the athlete that they would like to be. All right, so if you want to register for that event, right, especially while early bird registration ends this week, and then the prices are going up by $50, right? So you want to get in now while you can. And so you can register for that at CarvelBailey.com/bootcamp. CarvelBailey.com/bootcamp for that's for the boot camp. For the coaches clinic, for my coaches that's watching this, or that hears this, or that get this sent to them, you want to go register at CarvelBailey.com/clinic. CarvelBailey.com/clinic. 2 events, 1 weekend, a whole basketball symposium. All right. So again, it's Coach Carvel Bailey. I appreciate y'all checking in with me. I hope this helps. I hope you learned something from it. And again, right, continue to be great on purpose. All right. Peace.
Yo, just so you understand it, this is Coach Carvel Bailey's program with the spirit of Bob Hambry.
This is Bless the Ball, helping athletes, and we represent. Study your craft, your mentality leads to excellence. It's all about your mindset. We'll never stop addressing this, so be positive and not a pessimist. Confidence took James Harden higher. If you really want it, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard as carbon fiber, but we got you. From counseling to workshops, we do it. You'll go farther with a scholarship. We'll help you get recruited. Yo, anyone can dribble and shoot, but it's the ones who study basketball internally that make it to Duke University. Knowledge goes around. The game is played from the neck up and not from the shoulders down. This is Bless the Ball, helping you with obstacles. The athletes are the rocket. Bless the Ball is the rocket fuel. If you hit a wall, we can help you slowly climb it. So keep a Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant.
Bless the ball.
Cherish the opportunities that you have.
Bless the ball.
Use your mentality to master the craft.
Bless the ball.
Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play.
Bless the ball.
Cherish the opportunities that you have.
Bless the ball.
Use your mentality to master the craft.
Bless the ball.
Come join our team, it's a new day. Follow our steps and watch how much better you play. Yo, Coach Carvel Bailey. Hey, listen to your coach, man. He ain't no scrub off the street. That man got credentials, academic and street. Believe it. And my name is strategic.